Hello everybody, my name is Eric and here on my channel I make videos about wine. Today I'm talking about Kansas wine. Probably a region that most people don't know about, but today I'm going to tell you why it's not actually a new region, and I'm going to tell you some of the grapes that grow there. Today, Kansas is not a very popular wine producing region, but it used to be. Actually, it had a bigger industry than California, and this is because the Midwest in the United States was kind of known for producing grapes and producing wine. The Midwest is a very known for its agriculture, so it kind of makes sense that states like Kansas and Missouri actually had a big wine industry. But so what happened? Why did the wine industry die? Well, this was because of Prohibition. Prohibition made alcohol illegal in the United States back in the 1920s. But well before that, some 40 years before that, Prohibition, the temperance movement banning alcohol, that kind of idea was alive and well in Kansas. There was actually a lady named Carrie Nation. We hear about this in our school books. This lady wanted to ban alcohol, and she went around attacking the bars and the saloons. She would use a hatchet and attack these places trying to ban alcohol and spread her idea of the temperance movement, and ultimately she was successful, which killed the wine industry in the state of Kansas. Now, Prohibition was repealed in the 1930s, so we got our alcohol back, but not in the state of Kansas. Kansas actually held on to those laws. Alcohol was still illegal after it was repealed at the federal level. Now, it wasn't until the 1940s that it became legal again in Kansas, but they still kind of hold on to some of these negative ideas towards alcohol. So this right here, you're probably wondering what's going on with this wine in the bag. So we actually bought this yesterday at a winery in Kansas. You can go have like a nice little picnic, take it out, have a picnic, meats and cheeses and all that. And if you don't finish the bottle, you get to take it home. But Kansas has these weird laws, these open container laws is what they call it. So you can't transport any kind of open container of alcohol outside of your home or a private business, anything like that. And so because this was open alcohol and you can't transport it anywhere, they're really serious about, so not only is this a plastic bag, but it's a sealed plastic bag. It's sealed inside of here, and they put the receipt in there just in case, I guess, you get stopped by the police, and then that way it's not an open container anymore. But it's those kind of weird ideas towards alcohol that remained with Kansas. Actually, it wasn't even legal to grow grapes for wine production until 1983. And so that's kind of what obliterated the whole industry of wine in the state of Kansas. Now, this particular wine, this grape is Chambourcin. This is the grape that has become kind of popular in the state of Kansas, and it actually grows really well here in Kansas. This grape is a French-American hybrid grape. It is resistant to some diseases, especially the diseases that are caused by high humidity, which is nice because here in Kansas in the summertime, it gets very hot and humid, which can be a problem for the grapevines. So this particular one is resistant to that. It's also very hardy, which is nice because in the wintertime, it gets very cold here in Kansas, hence the fireplace. It's actually springtime, but it's still freezing weather. It's still hanging around. So that's this particular grape is nice and actually does well here in the state of Kansas. So I'll go ahead and pour this so we can take a look at it. I saw it yesterday. It's a nice ruby red color, medium ruby red color. Kind of smells like kind of plummy, maybe some raspberry as well. There is a little bit of minerality to it, which is nice. Kansas has really nice limestone soil. And I was talking with some of the people at the winery yesterday, and they said the soil, it's actually kind of ideal for growing vines for grapes, which is interesting because I think a lot of people don't really think of Kansas as a big time wine producer. They think it's not the place to do that type of thing, but in fact they do. And it was a very popular thing back in the 1800s. So I was very surprised at the quality of this and the taste, and hopefully their industry can revitalize itself and continue to grow. So one more thing about this producer, Prairie Fire, the name comes from what they do here in the Midwest every springtime. So they actually set all the fields out here on fire. It's a controlled burn. They intentionally setting it on fire, and it's good for the ecosystem. So what it does is, of course, it's going to prevent maybe accidental wildfires later on in the hot summertime. It's going to reduce the spread of pests and diseases. It's going to kind of revitalize the soil. All the nutrients are going to go back into the soil, and it's going to be good for the growth. It's going to promote the grass growing later on in the springtime and wild flowers. So it's interesting, and while we were there at the winery, the field was on fire, which was actually kind of an interesting sight to see. So thank you for watching this video. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and leave me a comment. I want to hear from you. What do you think about maybe some of these lesser known wine producing regions? Do you know of any others? Let me know in the comments. I'll see you in the next video, but for now, cheers.